another senior, Ray Bartoli, pitcher here, so can fire away whenever ready.
How you doing, gentlemen?
Hi, Ray. Congratulations on graduation. Just first off, tell us about how that day went and your commissioning.
Yeah, thank you. You know, it was a great day from the start. You know, it was a 4-year journey here. It was a 47-month experience, as I like to say it. And just, you know, with the times that we're going through these last, 14 months, with the country and the whole world, actually, like getting through that situation and having my family be able to come up on campus on post and celebrate, the accomplished not only of me, but of my other teammates in the class of 2021 was really special.
Very good. I got to ask you about the third game against Lafayette. You pitched 8 1/3 innings to carry the team in the 7-3 win. Just tell us about your pitching performance that day.
Yeah, that was that's a product just of my catcher and trusting Coach Foster. I was working really well with Cam Ceruto behind the dish, and whatever sign he threw down, I was really just trusting that if I execute a pitch in that situation, that there would be a positive outcome afterwards. So, I didn't expect to go 8 innings. I haven't been pushed that far yet this year. I've played a little bit different roles coming out of the bullpen, starting a game here and there. So, once I got down to that fifth, sixth inning, I was, just keep focusing up and continue just to execute pitches as I move forward and, later on in the game.
Very good, Ken.
Ray, what do you think about Army's chances this week? I mean, you had a split series with Lehigh early this year, very competitive. What's it going to take to win this thing?
Yeah, as far as chances go, I know, everyone in that locker room, everyone in our clubhouse believes that we could win. And not only we have that belief, but we know that we have what it takes to go out on that diamond this coming week in these upcoming games and compete. What it's going to take is everyone playing as a collective whole, playing as one team, and, just keep moving forward and, just battling every day.
Ray, also, West Point seems to be developing quite a good baseball tradition in the Patriot League. Are you guys aware of that? Does it feed you?
Yes, absolutely. When we're, getting ready for the Patriot League in the preseason, all that hard work is, gearing up towards this week coming up. Here at Army Baseball, we kind of feel like it's our job and it's our duty to get to the Patriot League Championship every year in order to go play in a regional. And that's one of the things we harp on in the off season is getting to a regional and actually making some noise. And every day that we come out to this baseball field, we're just trying to make an opportunity to get better.
Ray, what did it take to get through this year with COVID, the weather? I mean, finally get some nice weather to play in and the ups and downs. What did it take to keep the team focused with all the challenges you had?
I think 2 things come to mind, perseverance, and then just a mantra of keep moving forward. We talked about a lot on our baseball team and with our culture is whenever we feel like we're getting, pushed back on our heels, having the ability to become strong and take that next step so we can continue moving forward. There's been a lot of challenges that were thrown our way, whether it be, competitiveness on the baseball field or just, restrictions with the environment that we were already in. And just the ability for us to persevere and understand those challenges and then continue moving forward was a really big key for our baseball club this year.
Very good.
Ray, what's next for you? What did you graduate degree-wise? Where are you headed?
Well, right after, hopefully in a long time from now, hopefully we continue playing baseball for a while. I'll be making my way over to Fort Benning, Georgia, and I branched infantry, so I'll be heading down there, going to the basic officer course in Georgia. Probably be there for around roughly a year, and then I'll be moving back up to New York at Fort Drum in Fort Drum, New York.
Mm-hmm. And what was your major, and what would you like to become?
Yeah, I majored in defense and strategic studies here at West Point, and as far as my future after the Army, I'm not exactly sure how long I want to stay in for, and what exactly I want to do afterwards. Exactly, I'm kind of still a little bit unsure.
How would you describe your West Point journey, and was it everything you expected?
It's definitely everything I expected and more. Making this decision to come to this place 4 years ago as a junior, senior in high school, you really don't know what to expect. You think you know what you're going into, but then, this place will throw you some curveballs. And, I'm just grateful that the experiences that I encountered throughout this 47-month experience was all there to just develop each and every cadet to become leaders of character like they always, talk about. And I'm just thankful that I was able to get through this point so far.
Ray, what attracted you to infantry? That's certainly a tough area, but a leadership area of the Army.
The biggest thing that drew me to branching into infantry was the ability to actually lead soldiers on the ground and actually lead through people rather than, other objects. I mean, you look through field artillery and armor, and you're mostly moving through whether it's a big gun or moving through another, vehicle, whether it's tracked or, and I really think that being able to be on the ground with a soldier next to me is the area where I could develop the most in other people.
All right, we good?
Hey, actually, let me jump in here real quick. Ray, Ryan Sakamoto, I'll be part of the broadcast the next couple days. Thank you so much for taking some time out, and again, congratulations on your graduation and all the success. I'm interested just in your maturation and transition as a pitcher. You talked about some of the development you've made, and I remember back to 2019, you throw in a couple really big clutch innings against Navy in that championship series, to then coming back last weekend and throwing 8 1/3 in a start. How have you seen yourself develop as a pitcher, and what do you kind of owe that to?
I definitely owe that to my coaching. I didn't pitch that much in high school, so when I showed up at Army, it was really kind of like a new transition for me, and especially in my freshman year. I struggled a little bit, and when I moved on into my sophomore year, I kind of understood and developed through those small struggles, and just learned from my failure, honestly. And when just looking back on it, I really have to thank Coach Penzino early often. He helped me a lot, transition into a pitcher I am today. But then even greater is Coach Foster really just teaching me the game of baseball even further. So when I look back on through my development, it's definitely on my coaching staff, and I'm grateful for them continuing, teaching me all the way up until this end of the season.
And can you talk a little about, I guess, whether it had been a hindrance or even whether there is something, some silver lining you could take out of it of, going from being a guy out of the pen to, missing obviously last season, not playing much in terms of conference play, and then, throwing a bunch of innings this year. What has that development been like to kind of get yourself up to the point where, you look pretty good through 8 1/3 last week?
Yeah, I really, this year especially, I was kind of in a, wherever the team needs me, that's where my role is. Started off early on, mid relief, and then closing games, and then due to some COVID protocols, I had to start a couple games for a couple of the pitchers. And so then when I just transitioned throughout the rest of the season, it was kind of like just every day I'll show up to the ballpark and just eager to see where I'm going to fit in for today, eager to see where I'm going to fit in for the rest of the rotation coming up on the rest of the weekend. So just honestly, like I said earlier, just keep moving forward. As soon as I felt, going back on my heels and kind of unsure of what my role would be in these next coming days, these next couple of games, just understanding like whatever situation I'm put in, you just got to go out there and execute a pitch.
Sure. And then for yourself, just going from, being a reliever guy at the back end of the bullpen to starting, have you had to add to that pitching arsenal? Have there been things that you've kind of added to your repertoire as you've gone on here?
Definitely, just understanding how, the right way to throw pitches in certain situations, and just working closely with coach and understanding just situational baseball. It's a lot different, starting a game versus coming in mid relief versus closing. Yeah. So just the addition of a couple pitches and, just the addition of understanding counts and sequences helps me transition between, bullpen or starter. And it helps definitely on the ball field.
Yeah, just jumping off of what Ryan's been saying, in terms of that last series, when did you know that you'd get the ball for game 3, and then what's going through your head as you prepare for that?
Yeah, so I found out right after game 2, and I found out the day before. So just understanding like it's a win or go home kind of situation, and you just got to go out there and, play your hardest. So.
And just one more. Oh, go ahead. Sam, do
No,
you have something?
I'm saying I'm good. It's all you, Ryan.
Hey, I just had one more for you. You've played, certainly as a pitcher with one of the most prolific offenses in the Patriot League during your time there. Certainly, have experienced a lot of success. What has that meant to yourself and the rest of the pitching staff to have an offense that is capable of going out and putting 6, 7, 8 runs on the board in any given day?
Absolutely. The biggest thing is every time you step on the mound, you're just trying to throw up a 0 on the scoreboard. But it feels really nice when you're going back up on the mound and you have some run support behind you. So I can't thank the offense enough, honestly, for giving us pitchers a peace of mind when we step up on that rubber, to know that, run support's coming, whether it's early or late, it's coming. So it allows us, settle in on the mound a little bit better. And, pitching with a lead is obviously a lot better than pitching from behind or, in a close game. So I thank our offense heavily.
And the one more, I guess, just to kind of tail on that, is defensively during your career there. Some of the really good catchers you've had, some of the fantastic middle infielders, even this year with Kevin DeBrule and Tim Simos and the guys you've had in center field, just kind of up the middle there. What has that meant in terms of instilling confidence in yourself and your fellow pitchers?
Exactly. Whenever you get in that situation where, you have to get some swings out of these hitters, it's nice to know that right up the middle, with Jacob Hurtubise a few, last year and everything, knowing that you hit the ball out there, they're going to go grab it. I can get this ground ball, and I know Timmy Simos is going to, suck it up and just throw it over there to first base. So it's nice to know that, as a pitcher, you're not always constantly trying to beat the hitters, and to know that, the defense behind you has got your back and they're ready to make a play for you.
Yeah.